I took the glasses off now. Well, good afternoon. This is kind of an interactive thing, so good afternoon.
Hey, how are you?
Your honor.
There you go. Well, I think words were just spoken about how sacred this ground is and how historical it is. As George Washington addressed the troops here, amongst other things. And for those who don't know, Jacob Arnold is buried behind that church. So a lot of people don't realize that. And it's great to get the tourists to go behind that church and see what really took place here so long ago that made our country what it is today. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah. Lean in the mic.
Because I'm known to have a little bit of a big mouth. So what could I say today that has some importance to this day that we celebrate throughout our nation of our independence? Yes, many lives were lost. We fought, it was a brutal, brutal war. We all know about the history and the winter that took place here, that took lives, and how they survived on eating leather and other things. It was really horrendous. So this morning, I was just doing things around the house prior to getting ready to come up here, and I heard Steve Adobato's show on. And I was just listening as I was doing things, and I heard something that I think means something for me today to share with you. It said George Washington said a long time ago about our form of government and our democracy, there's a few things we got to watch out for. Foreign countries meddling in our democracy. Wait, let me finish, then you can clap. Extreme debt. And the third, intense partisanship. You put all those three together, what do we got? We got what's going on today. Right? I'll say it again. Foreign countries interfering with our democracy, extreme debt, and the third, what was the third I said? Partisanship, and we see it every day. So when I heard that, I kind of turned my head and said, what? So they could see that so long ago, the things that we had to be careful of with this great democracy. This is something very special in this world we live in. Our democracy, our nation, clearly is the envy of so many in this world. But it's something that we have to really hold dear in our hands. And we have to take it extremely serious about what goes on in our nation. So the only thing I can say to retort those three things I heard this morning was just vote when it comes time to vote. And I want to thank my council that's here, our council president, Chief Sheba Foster, Allison Deeb, and David Silva, who are here. I know we're not supposed to go into, there's a million people here, but I have to recognize our Sheriff Gannon, who's in the back, and who's waving. And I want to thank our police department. When you see them shake their hands, thank them. Our police department is around here. And I must say, to see this many people here on the green, I must give a round of applause, a loud round of applause for Leslie Bensley and the Morris County Tourism. Because all over this country, there's a lot of fireworks and barbecues. But how many in this country are standing here right now on ground that George Washington stood, that you're going to hear Tom taught and speak the Declaration? I mean, it's just growing every year, and it's fabulous to see so many people come to our historic green. So on that note, before I lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, I want to thank my wife for coming here, because, you know, it would be a Revolutionary War if I didn't thank my wife who's here. No, she is the thread that keeps the whole thing going, and I recognize that, and I thank her for all her support and what she's doing out here. So, for those, please rise, remove your hats.